the clouds, where harps and angels dwell, oceans of stars in the night, the spirit beyond a broken sky. How far have we come
in his backyard?
All things he knows, his love the window frame. He made blacks and whites, all creatures of life, all men made equal the same. In his backyard, he sees what we've done. From bad to worse, the world is on the run. In his backyard, our children play with guns. Teach them how to hate, changes everyone. In his backyard, only love can mend a heart. If we look the other way, we forget who we are. In his backyard, over above the clouds, the eye of his spirit dwells, watching men walk on the moon, buying some time for planet blue. How far have we come?
In his backyard,
Violence has raged in the valley. Do you hear the cries of pain? Brothers kill brothers, hating each other. No reasons, no love, without shame. In his backyard, he sees what we've done. From bad to worse, the world is on the run. In his backyard, our children play with guns. Teach them how to hate, changes everyone. In his backyard, only love can mend a heart. If we look the other way, we forget who we are. In his backyard, teach them how to hate, changes everyone. In his backyard, only love can mend a heart. If we look the other way, we forget who we are. In his backyard.
The Ditsos are working as carpenters today, siding a house. Mr. Ditso is on the other side of the house. Mrs. Ditso is on this side of the house. It's nearly noon.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You're throwing away half the nails.
The heads are on the wrong end.
Oh, you dummy. Give them to me and I'll use them on the other side of the house. Some of you know about my oldest child, my son Ronnie. Coming from a 60s background, I never thought I'd say this, but God bless the troops. Well, my second child was a girl. And you know, that's so different from being father to a boy that I think they should probably have two different words for father. It's great not getting sprayed when you change a diaper. Anyhow, I wrote this song about her.
got the test one September day. Found out that you would be coming our way. It was quite a time knowing you were mine. You cost 5,000, that's dollars, not yen. We'd gladly do it all over again just to have you near, with your smile and cheer. Oh, precious little girl, you changed my life and you gave it a song. Oh, precious little girl, my sky is brighter since you came along. Oh, precious little girl, my heart is jumping, my head's in a whirl. Don't know why I've been given this precious little girl.
Thank you. And now, here's my wife, Raylene.
Slumber, my darling, thy mother is near, guarding thy dreams from all terror
Hey, feeling any better?
No. This was a real bad day. But that means tomorrow will probably be better.
What happened?
I'm, weak, clumsy. Hey, hun, you know that song by Garth Brooks, Somewhere Other Than the Night? You should learn that.
I don't think I'd like performing that.
I didn't say perform it. I said you should learn it.
You got something to say? Just say it.
Why can't you treat me the way you used to? My hourglass is almost empty. Is it so much to ask, Ray?
Excuse me. Gail, you do live here, you know.
I forgot my key, Daddy.
Well, come on in, make yourselves homely. We'll throw another possum in the pot.
Hello, Mr. Ross.
Hello, Mr. Bartleman.
Nick is fine.
Is he really? I'm not so sure. How are things down at Mess Central, Nick? You getting along okay with all the other wind-challenged people?
Mr. Ross, I have a degree. I work in a profession. And I live in a trailer house because it's all that I need right now. Instead of paying mortgage interest, I'm saving for the future.
Do you have any grandiose delusions about sharing that future with any particular person?
So, Daddy, how's Raylene doing?
How are you feeling today, Mrs. Ross?
Tomorrow will be better.
Yes, I'm sure it will.
So, Daddy, doesn't your self-insurance have a stop loss? How do you pay for this?
I'm in a clinical trial, so that part's free.
As for the rest, between insurance, out-of-pocket, and some government help, it's all taken care of. Don't worry, I'm not robbing your piggy bank.
I think you are. Remember, half of a person's healthcare dollars are spent during the last year of their life. They want people to start pulling the plug a little bit earlier so the Medicare and stuff is still there when we need it.
That is no way to talk to your mother.
Well, it's kind of hard to talk to my mother. She's been pushing up daisies for 5 years. My Ouija board doesn't always get a clear satellite signal.
I mean...
My big sister? Oh, and she's also my nanny?
You watch your mouth.
Let's see. You married her because you love her? And her having a better singing voice than you doesn't have anything to do with it? And my mother's name?
Your mother's name
I
is...
know what it was. I say you took the first close match you could find. Or maybe you just needed a hot water bottle to go to bed with. Well, at least I'm getting noticed.
Gail!
What?
Remember your pledge?
Not now, Nick.
Yes, now. You're snotty. Make it right, or I'll tell the group.
Sorry, Daddy. That was unfair. Sorry, Raylene. You can marry anybody you want. Just don't try to replace my mother.
Apology accepted, I guess. What's this pledge business?
It's part of our goth code, Mr. Ross. We tolerate everyone. The only thing we don't tolerate is intolerance.
We don't let people be mean or snotty.
Look who talks. Wait a minute. You tell me there's a reason why you always look like you woke up dead?
That's right, sir. I think you should communicate with Gail more.
Why do I need to communicate with my own daughter?
Yeah, like why would you want to spoil a perfect track record now?
Gail, you're doing it again.
Oops, Sorry.
I don't have time for this.
Voila! Doesn't it bother you that you're the last person to know what I am?
And what are you?
I speak for the less fortunate.
By imitating a B-movie vampire?
Talk is cheap. This is how I make my statement.
I'm dropping on your head once, changing your diaper. I guess the floor was harder than I thought.
You should take the pledge too, Daddy.
I will never understand how dressing like a Columbine wannabe can help people.
School shooters are a cult goss, Mr. Ross. Please don't confuse us with them.
Oh, I see. You're the good guys.
That's right.
And how do I tell you apart?
By our actions, we help people face and embrace their fears, including death. But we don't cause death.
Can't you just pick a different color?
Daddy, you were a hippie in the 60s, right? Civil rights activist, war protester,
You know I was.
nonviolent.
Absolutely.
But you had the same look as the violent protesters, same hair, same clothes, just minus the Molotov cocktail.
Actually, Mr. Ross, school shooters shouldn't be considered real goths at all. They're just sick kids who dress in black, the kind of marginalized people that we're trying to help.
Not real goths, huh? So, are Al-Qaeda really Muslims?
Were the Crusaders really Christians?
I don't need a creep like you to tell me what a Christian is. Or you either. After making my wife's life hell for 4 years?
And you've made it heaven? Okay. So I haven't been the best example, but you have to talk to somebody, Daddy.
Oh, I've seen it all now. You two taking time off from your private war to tag team me? Why don't you want Gail to know you're a short timer?
If she can't accept me for life, I don't need her sympathy for 6 months. You know, you shouldn't be so hard on Nick. He's awfully nice and he's always respectful to us.
He's the one who's not a real goth. Just joined the movement to suck up to her. A chameleon. Looks like a kid in a 2-bit Halloween costume. I'd feel better if he was his own person.
Is that really what's bothering you?
Well, I'd feel better yet if he just got lost.
To be replaced by...
No one. Not till Gail's older. Or at least someone her own age. She's 17 and he's 26.
How old were your mom and dad when they got together?
17 and 26. But my mother quit school at 14 and went to work to help feed her little brothers and sisters. By 17, she knew what side her bread was buttered on.
So, if you want Gail to act like an adult, you have to start to treat her like one. And expect her to be one.
I do. In ways you don't know about.
You expect her to fail. And she loves you, so that's what she does.
Hey, with you around, who needs a marriage counselor?
We do. I made an appointment for tomorrow.
When were you planning on telling me?
Maybe on the way there?
Well, have a good time.
Ray, I haven't asked you for very much. And this time I'm not asking you, I'm telling. Dr. Briscoe, this is my husband, Ray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Ross. Let's get started, shall we?
Hey, you're not just a psychologist, you're a shrink.
That's right.
You're kind of young.
I matriculated at Harvard at 16, graduated at 19, and then on to med school in my specialty. Hung out my shingle at 21.
What's the big idea, Raylene? You said marriage counseling. Nothing about me getting my brain picked apart by some nitro-fueled egghead in a skirt.
You prefer I wore slacks.
Throw in a mustache and you're on.
Ray, please.
Mr. Ross, I understand you like to get your money's worth, is that right?
Here we go, the old soften 'em up salvo. Yeah, you're dead on there.
Well, I am charging for this session. So why not relax and see what you get out of it?
That's just what I want to do. Get out of it.
Ray,
All right, all right. Fire away, Doc. Both barrels.
Shall I call you by your first names?
yeah, that's fine.
And I'll tell you my number. Call her too if you like.
Raylene, do you find that Ray isn't always attentive or sympathetic to your needs as a woman?
This is the $200 an hour question, honey. Ka-ching! Is that your final answer?
Ray, please let her respond.
I don't think he's ever sympathetic in that way. And as far as he's concerned, unless you think like a race car driver or a big game hunter,
Meaning like a guy.
your opinion doesn't count.
This is such a crock.
As far as my special needs, forget it.
You know, wait a minute. Wasn't I sympathetic whenever you had PMS?
Yes, actually you were. But ever since the hysterectomy, you haven't sympathized with my new needs. I've had to fight against the feeling that I'm only half a woman. And the way you act makes me feel like maybe I shouldn't fight it.
And why is that, Ray?
Taking her side without question, Doc. Nice. But maybe she's right. See, I do know about mood swings, but I don't know nothing about getting disemboweled.
And how do you know about mood swings?
Fertility treatments. When I was married to Gail, I took Clomid to kick up my sperm count. One pill a day didn't cut it, so the urologist upped it to 2 a day.
You did what?
You heard me. He warned me about the blurred vision and spots before my eyes, but not about the increased testosterone. It made me start going bald and, well, some other stuff.
You never told me about any of this.
It didn't have nothing to do with you. Why'd you think Galen and I had Ronnie and Gail so late in the game? Anyway, after Gail was born, I had to stop. I was picking fights, and if I needed something from somebody and they weren't there, I just rifled through their desk. It all seemed normal at the time. And I thought about things I usually don't think about.
You mean you were tempted?
Yeah. See, being in control is important to me.
You can say that again.
I meant in control of myself. And on that stuff, I was way out of control.
So, Ray, you're relating your experience on that drug to a woman's PMS.
Yeah. I found out firsthand how a hormone can change reality for you. Getting your privates eviscerated is a whole nother matter. I can sympathize, but I can't empathize.
Well, maybe we can fix that.
Hey, I'm better than most guys. At least I supported you in something.
But when they took my womb, you shut me out. The only support I got was from the Hister sisters. Now with the cancer, I could be a flea on the dog for all the attention you pay me.
So, Ray, you're saying that you can't be fully supportive of another person's problem unless you've experienced something similar yourself.
Nobody can. They just pretend they can.
I have to support and treat patients every day who have a whole spectrum of problems that I'll never have.
You're specially trained, and you get paid a bundle.
Yes, but that's why I'm here to help you support Raylene through her induced menopause and her cancer and the small crises she faces every day.
Well, I'll work on the menopause.
You won't work on helping her with the cancer? You don't want to?
Hey, look, Doc. I was sitting in the same room I sat in when they told me about Gaylene. Same time of year, same doctor, same lame speech. Mr. Ross, we're sorry to have to tell you your wife has cancer. It's even the same kind of cancer. Lightning does strike twice.
So how was the homework?
My dog ate it. That was great. I haven't used that one since 7th grade.
Ray, don't you want to save your marriage?
Didn't know it was lost. Seriously, Doc, the clock's ticking, so what's the point? It's like putting files in alphabetical order and then burning them.
Ray, having a good marriage isn't just about preventing divorce or keeping the peace. It's about enjoying time with your partner, however short or long that time may be. Do you enjoy time with Raylene? Doing little things together?
Yeah, sure. Pretty much.
Your nose is growing, Pinocchio.
What about finances? Is there conflict there?
He controls everything, so there's nothing to fight about.
Amen to that.
Okay, turning the corner here. Do you have good marital relations? When was the last time you did?
I could answer that one.
Now who's butting in? But she'll give you the right answer, Doc.
Which is?
It's the night before. Honey, could you come here for a minute, please?
What's up? Fasty swabs.
Could you look at this? I feel a lump.
You can't have a lump. I'd have felt it for sure last night.
Not there. Here.
Mr. Ross, sit down. I have the test results on your wife, Gailene, and I'm afraid she has cancer.
Mr. Ross, your son Ronald was with an armored convoy in northern Iraq when it was attacked by RPGs and small arms fire. He fought bravely and gave his life so that others could reach safety.
Honey?
Mr. Ross, we have the test results back on your wife, Raylene. It doesn't look good. It's a form of cancer, one that you've seen before.
Honey?
So you both agree that was the turning point?
Yes.
Well, then I think it's pretty obvious what the problem is, isn't it?
The problem is people expect me to act like things are normal when they're not. And I'm a lousy actor.
Dr. Briscoe, we do have relations. Sort of. But good ones, I can hardly remember.
Hey, at least guys can't fake it.
No, but they can punch a time card and then sleepwalk. Pretend they're with a vacuum cleaner.
Okay, I think I'm gonna need to break this up and speak with each of you individually. I'm gonna try to turn Ray around. But if I can't, you need to know that he loves you very much.
And a pig's eye.
Raylene, guys whose wives are dying, if they're glad about it, looking forward to cutting off the ball and chain, collecting the insurance money, hitting up the singles bars, they cover it up by being the perfect mate. But for guys like Ray, who feel a deep sense of loss, compounded in his case by his other losses, they sometimes want to avoid interaction with the loss.
So, his treating me like dirt is supposed to be a positive thing?
He cares about you so much that it's making him act like he doesn't care. The thought of losing you is overwhelming for him. Send him in. I'll do my best. So what kind of songs do you perform?
Mostly love songs.
Why?
You weren't around for the late 60s, early 70s, were you?
Functionally, no, but I do like the Monkees.
Oh, please. Anyway, there was a lot of weird music back then. Revolution, Burn It Down, Smoke Pot, Drop Acid, Shoot Smack. Even stuff about cannibalism and suicide pacts. Most of that stuff had a pretty short shelf life. But the love songs from that era, they still get good airplay.
Why?
Because people want love songs, of course.
Why?
Because they want love.
I'm thinking about a certain country song.
Somewhere other than the night.
No. What's Forever For?
Michael Martin Murphy. Yeah. That's another example. In '67, he did this political song called Chain Around the Flowers with the Lewis and Clark Expedition. No airplay anymore. You probably haven't even heard of it. His love songs, on the other hand.
Actually, I do know that song.
You do?
That band has ties to the Monkees.
That's right, yeah.
But anyway, we were on to the next point.
Right.
Could you summarize what's Forever for me?
Some people are looking for love. Some are throwing it away. Some are doing both at the same time. Because they've got something right in front of them. They don't realize what they've got. Therefore, don't value it properly. Nice shot, Doc.
We were just discussing song lyrics, right?
Yeah, sure.
I understand you do Mr. and Mrs. Bimbo jokes in your stage routine?
Did so, not bimbo. But men are the new bimbos these days.
They're both pretty dim bulbs, but the husband is worse, is that right?
We do lots of double-barrel jokes. A joke will seem to end when the wife says something stupid. Then the husband will say something even stupider. Twice the laughs.
And the wife is never the stupider one?
Always the husband.
Why?
It's what the marketplace requires. We used to have the wife be stupider sometimes, and we used to tell blonde jokes. But we got hate mail and boycotts and picketers.
Sounds like fun.
Men used to be portrayed as strong. Back in the 30s, Dagwood Bumstead stood up to his millionaire old man and said he's gonna marry that airhead Blondie Boopadoop, even if his inheritance got cut off, which it did. Now, Blondie and Dag have switched roles. And there's Archie Bunker, Homer Simpson, the sitcoms. How many positive father figures are there in the last generation? Cosby, Major Dad, against an avalanche of negativity. I get really sick of it.
So the stupid character that you portray on stage, is that your method of parodying and protesting that trend?
No, it's my method of caving in.
I see. Well, just because you portray a dim-witted jerk on stage doesn't mean you have to be one in real life.
That was low, Doc. I should have worn my jockstrap.
Wear it next time.
Next time? What's that?
Okay, Ray, let's get serious here. No matter how you feel, you have a responsibility to your wife. You need to support her and let her know you love her.
You know, Doc, the only other shrink I ever went to, he told me my guilt wasn't real and I had to get over it.
And how long ago was that?
A coon's age ago. Of course, not all coons are the same age.
Well, you won't get any of that Freudian claptrap from me, Ray. I'm a follower of O.H. Maurer.
Who's he? Or is he a she?
One of a number of reformers.
What number would that be, 2?
The profession has changed, Ray. I teach you to take responsibility for your actions. No more blaming your parents or the environment. Unless you have a physical or chemical disease, I don't apply a medical model. I do counseling, not therapy. I teach you to admit you're wrong, ask for forgiveness, get forgiveness, and then change your behavior.
Aha! This is a trap! She set me up with an evangelical in disguise.
I'm only talking about human-to-human forgiveness, Ray. If you want to add a vertical element, that's up to you. But even with just the horizontal element of forgiveness, we non-Freudians see a vast improvement in outcomes. More patients deinstitutionalized and a lower rate of recidivism.
Who?
Lower instance of repeat criminal behavior. In these days, even the Freudians are required by regulatory agencies and HMOs to come up with a treatment plan for their patients and a timetable for behavioral improvement. They have to be solution-oriented. No matter who you go to, you won't get years of analysis and blame shifting. You'll get confrontation and a challenge to improve.
Thanks for the warning, Doc. Guess if I have a problem, I'll just hash it out with my peer buddies.
Your job is simple, Ray. You just have to treat Raylene the way you'd want to be treated if the situation were reversed.
Doc, if I could take her place, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I know that, but you can't. She's the one who's going to die. You need to comfort her, make her passing easier.
All right. I'll try.
Ready for this?
I feel pretty good. Yeah, let's do it. So today, the Ditzos are working as ditch diggers.
Hey, how come the boss is up there and we're down here?
Why don't you go up there and ask him?
I think I will. Hey, how come you're up here and we're down there?
I'll show you why. Light pole. Hit my hand. That's why. So what did he say?
About what?
About why he's up there and we're down here.
Oh, that. I'll show you. Here, hit my hand.
Just an empty garden, nobody to till the flowers, like a ship on the ocean, searching for the lighthouse tower, and she's gone into someone else's arms. She's done wrong, broken what was ours. I just wanna tell her I'm waiting for you to come back this way. I pray when alone to get through the day. Our love could have wings with nothing to lose, and my love remains forever. I'll be waiting here for you. I'm still in love. I hope someday you'll see. I never break your heart, and you believe in me. Empty conversations, broken by a silent cry, talking separation. Desperately we promised to try, but she's gone looking for love in other arms. She's done wrong, broken what was ours. I just want to tell her I'm waiting for you to come back this way. I pray when alone to get through the day. Our love could have wings with nothing to lose, and my love remains forever. I'll be waiting here for you.
Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed our act. Tonight's the last time I'm going to be doing this for a while. I'm okay today, but in a few days, I'm going to get very sick and lose all of my hair. I've started a new series of chemo treatments. You see, I have cancer. Ray is leaving for a 2-week road trip tomorrow, and the docs won't let me go with him. I really wish I could. When I fell in love with my husband, I fell in love with his act, too. It's a privilege to be a part of it, whenever I can. Thank you. Thank you.
And now we have a duet number by...
Honey, I can't go on.
Okay. I guess we give them their money's worth. I'll finish with a couple of solos.
Thank you.
See you after. My wife's a trooper, ain't she? Just like that goalie that played the Stanley Cup game on 2 broken ankles. Let's give her a rousing send-off.
You say it's hard to fall in love again. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Let me try to find a love that's sweet, divine. Wash away those tears, wash away your fears. Maybe I said things that made you cry, and we never understood the reasons why. But I love you, girl, and I just can't say good. I just can't say goodbye. It all takes time.
Feeling any better?
No, actually. Maybe tomorrow.
I'll call you when I get to Des Moines. I'll try to call you every day.
You don't have to. I'll be fine.
But I want to. It's gonna be one whirlwind of a tour. Different city every night. But at least I'll be in... Minneapolis on Friday, May 21st, and St. Paul the next day. That'll be the only morning I can sleep in.
Ray,
What?
I really wish you'd come back to Dr. Briscoe.
Not on your life. I'm sorry. Bad choice of words. How about in your dreams?
I'm very disappointed.
Too bad. I've learned what I needed to learn from her, and that's that.
And are you acting on what you've learned?
What do you think?
Well, you have been nicer lately.
I try.
Remember me while you're gone?
Got something I can remember you by?
Maybe.
What's wrong?
What? Ow. Ow. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I want to, but it hurts too much.
Headache?
I have never said headache to you in my life. Oh, it's a whole body ache. Oh, and it's worse in my arm for some reason, but all over, too.
I'm sorry. Really. Sorry.
Oh, would you get me my purse, please, and a glass of water? I need some more pain pills. Oh. Where are you going?
Check the late news. Weather too, maybe.
Don't stay up too late.
I'll be right back.
Daddy?
Hi, sweetie.
It's 4:30. Don't you have to be up in 2 hours?
Yeah. Thanks. You got the number, right?
I know it by heart, and it's really not necessary. But thanks.
Hey, what are dads for?
It's unlocked!
Hello, Mrs. Ross. It's Gail. Hey, you've been crying. You knew that was gonna happen, right?
Doesn't make it any easier.
It won't change who you are.
People spend umpteen billion a year on hair care products. It matters, Nick. First they took my plumbing. Now this. Then my life. I still be buried with my girls intact. Maybe.
Mrs. Ross, this is called looking glass self syndrome. You're basing your own view of yourself on what others think. What you think, they think. You can't live like that.
I know, but it's still not easy.
If you have Jesus, that's all you'll ever need. You're complete.
What happens when I'm down to 3 hairs on my head?
Braid it. Down to 2, parted in the middle. Down to 1, make a ponytail. Down to zip. Thank the Lord you can sleep an extra 15 minutes longer every morning.
Thank you, Nick. You're very sweet. Oh, Gail's not here.
Glad I stopped in anyway. Bye. Take care.
Lord Jesus, I'd like to be healed, but if I can't, I accept that. I'd like things to be different around here, but if it can't happen, I accept that too. But I really want to see a miracle. in Ray's life and in Gail's. Not for my sake, but for theirs. Amen. Gail!
What's wrong?
I think I need to go to the ER.
Ambulance?
No, I can't afford the bill. Lockup will be okay. But I can't wait until tomorrow. The pain's too much.
Okay, I'll drive you.
I wish Ray would call. I can't reach him. I don't know his motel and his cell phone's out of service range.
Come on out when you're ready. I'm gonna call ahead to the hospital.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated messaging
Come
system.
on, Daddy, what's with this?
Lakeview Medical Center. How may I direct your call?
Hi, I'm bringing Raylene Ross into the ER. She's one of Dr. Wendland's oncology patients. Pain control? Yes, we will. Bye.
Gail, I can't get up.
Coming! Hey, I've got the furry with the syringe on top out in the parking lot.
The what?
The guinea pig. You know those things you feed and water and probe here? Here's her insurance cards. Give me a spare wheelchair and I'll go get her.
I can send a staff person out to get her.
Well, do it then.
I'll go get her.
So, Mrs. Ross, did we wait? You pushed the button.
Brilliant deduction, Sherlock.
What do you need?
She needs oxygen in her lungs, not some kind of a fancy glaucoma test.
Well, couldn't you have fixed this?
Now, where's the incentive in that? You let it slip again, and I will keep beeping you until you get it to go on right and stay on right.
Do you expect miracles here?
I expect miracles from God. I expect hospitals to charge obscene amounts of money and stand by and watch people die. Make sure you credit her bill.
For what?
How long since you've been in the room?
About 20 minutes. Why?
So, uncharge her for 40 liters of oxygen that she may not have gotten.
You're kidding.
Just try me, sister.
Come in.
Hi, Mrs. Ross. How are you feeling?
I'll be better tomorrow.
Can I pray for you? Dear Lord Jesus, we come to you in prayer with the hopes that you will heal Mrs. Ross, help rid her of this cancer within her body, and help her to return home safely to her family soon. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
So I asked them to feed you. She's only here under observation, and that isn't in the billing structure.
Could you please signal the nurse? I need to use the bedpan again.
Sorry for the wait, Mrs. Ross, but it takes a lot longer to ice down these than the stainless steel ones. There. Another outrageous charge. Avoided.
Why are you being so nice to me?
Aren't I always? I don't know. Because you're sick and you need me? Because I'm more mad at hospitals than I am at you? Because it's my goth duty? Because variety is the spice of life. Raylene, How long do you have left?
Why?
Just wondered.
3 months or so?
Don't expect any sympathy.
I don't want any. I can walk, okay. Get the stuff, will ya? Gail, thanks.
Daddy will be calling later today. I talked to him before I picked you up.
Oh, he finally checked in.
No, I got through to...
You did what? Gail, answer me.
I'm so dead.
What's going on?
If I tell you, I'm just the messenger, so don't shoot me. When I was 13, this guy came on to me. I said no, and when I got home, I told Daddy about it.
13? Was this before or after Ray and I were married?
After.
And you wouldn't even talk to me about something like that? What am I, a hood ornament?
You and I always got along fine, because you never tried to force yourself between me and Daddy. You ever do, you'll find out how good you had it till now. Can I finish, please?
Go ahead.
So it was like this.
Thanks for telling me about this, sweetie.
It was scary, Daddy. He was a lot bigger than me, but I talked him out of it.
Let's hope he takes the hint. If he ever tries that again, let me know right away.
You mean call you?
Yeah. Call me anytime, sure.
But what if I can't get through?
Let me think. Okay, I got it. Here's a prepaid phone card. When that's gone, I'll get you a cell phone. If any guy gives you the business, I want you to call me on my cell. If you can't get through on that one, I'll get myself another cell. One that'll work anywhere in the US and Canada, so you can always get me, even if I'm on tour. And this will be just between us. I won't tell anybody else I've got the new phone.
Not even Raylene?
Not even Raylene. That way it'll never be busy. You can always get through.
But how can you help me if you're 1,000 miles away?
You call me. Tell the guy to tell me what he's got in mind. Tell him whatever's okay with my dad is okay with me. That should take care of it.
It should work. Dad, can I call you about other stuff too?
Of course. You know, I hate it that just because you're a girl, you have to live your whole life in protective behavior mode. You know, watching your exits, looking over your shoulder, having your keys in hand. It shouldn't be that way. But it is. Some guys aren't fit to walk the earth. So I want to help you where I can. In return, I won't intrude into a lot of other stuff.
You mean I can smoke crack if I want to?
Well, if something's painfully obvious, I'll have to deal with it. But I won't spy or make you call me about anything besides doing it. If you want to talk, I'm always here. Now, Gail.
Yeah.
I want you to call me and talk to me, even if it's you who wants to do it.
Okay.
Promise? I want to watch over this part of your life, help you think straight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll call.
You might feel different in a year or two, but...
No, I get it. A promise is a promise.
Okay.
So, that's the deal. And Daddy doesn't pry. Funny though, it's like things stand or fall together. Like I've never wanted to do drugs either.
So he does treat you like an adult.
Yeah, he rags at me sometimes about the goth thing and my attitude, but we both know what really matters.
Well, that's wonderful, Gail. But what does that have to do with... Wait a minute. You mean...
Yeah, he still has the phone. If any guy is dumb enough to actually ask Daddy, he is gone. But Daddy says it has to be a real, usable number.
So he has a cell phone that you know about, and I don't? So you can reach him, and I can't? He lied to me.
He just didn't tell you about it. Raylene, I'm sorry. It wasn't my decision.
But you hate me. Why? What did I ever do to you?
I'm a Christian. I don't hate anybody. You just don't matter, that's all.
Don't matter? What am I, a wife or a goldfish?
I was at a discount store with Daddy a couple weeks ago. We went past a giant aquarium. He never even looked at it. I think you're safe.
Gail! So you said you finally got through to him. Did you try to call him earlier?
Yeah, last night.
Was his phone busy?
It was turned off.
If it's so important for you to be able to reach him, why would he turn it off? That doesn't make any sense.
He shuts me out too sometimes. Don't feel so special about it.
Did he tell you why it was off?
I can't talk about that. You're gonna have to ask him.
Hello?
Hi, honey. I just got signal on this phone. Sorry I haven't called before. I heard about your trip to the ER last night. Hope you're okay.
How'd you hear about that?
Gail told me. Didn't she mention it?
Did you call her or did she call you?
How could she call?
It's true?
Yeah.
How could you?
Did she tell you why I have it?
I'm not complaining about that. But how could you have an active cell phone and not tell me? Do you know how bad that hurts? What if I really needed to reach you?
I guess I like my space. And it's a hotline just for her.
That's not gonna cut it. For 4 years you've had this phone?
Yeah.
That's way before my cancer. Before my hysterectomy. That's practically our entire marriage. You never wanted me to be a real part of your life, did you? I'm competing with a ghost. Why didn't you just hire a maid and a call girl?
We need to talk when I get home on Thursday.
The time for talking may be over.
You could be right. I hope you're not.
Where are you? It sounds awful noisy.
Parking garage, XL Energy Center, St. Paul. I just got out of the 1 p.m. show of the Ringling Circus. Had to wade through animal rights group just to get in.
Why was your phone off last night?
You don't miss anything, do you?
I missed a lot. But things are gonna change real quick.
Because I couldn't have helped her.
Why? Were you drunk? You don't drink. Or do you? Maybe I don't know anything about you.
Maybe I don't know a lot about myself. We'll talk soon. Gotta go. Love you.
Fine. Bye.
See you later.
Have fun. Lose a few pounds.
You are lucky that I have a sense of humor.
Hello?
Jack, is Lisa there?
Yeah, hold on. Honey, it's Raylene.
I'm not home.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm out of here. I don't want to have to talk to that whiny woman.
She's not whiny. She's sick. She just needs a friend.
Do you ever have to sit through a dinner date with her?
No.
Try it sometime. Then see how smart you talk.
When should I tell you you're going to be back?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
By then, I'll have another excuse.
Hey, Raylene, sorry about that. Yeah, Lisa's out of town until Tuesday. Can I take a message?
Tuesday? No, no message. I need to talk to somebody now.
Oh, can I help?
No, it's a long story. I don't think you'd want to hear it.
Try me.
She's a cherry for sure by the blue book. Not a scratch, not a dent, not a spot of rust. But I'm apprehensive, no matter how expensive. What's the good having speed if you don't employ it? Where's the fun in a ticket if you don't enjoy it, baby? Does she handle like me? Does she handle like me? I'm the lemon you love for all the first. You and me making time highway. That's no big deal. Oh. Oh. Thanks, Gail. You remember today when you said, you'd never wanted to do drugs either?
Yeah, so?
Are you saying you're a virgin?
You bet your sweet.
Wait, Gail, please.
Here's a flash for you. It's none of your business what I am. I have one parent. You got that?
You brought it up, Gail. I was just clarifying.
And you just couldn't believe it, right?
No, I did believe it, but...
Oh, Raylene. My apologies. It just slipped my mind. I've been with some guys. Lots of guys. The whole school. Students, teachers, the principal, bus drivers, janitors. The janitor's broom closets are kind of cluttered and smelly, but after some Vikes or Percocets, they're not so bad. Working on the girls now, a little slower going because it's an acquired taste. Like olives, for me anyhow, but dropping some lewds always helps. I should have the whole school done by the time I graduate. Oh, by the way, I shoplift most of my clothes. That's how I got this top. And I rob graves. That's where I got these pants. Can't use the tops from the stiffs because they're usually slit up the back, you know? And I rustle cattle. That's how I got my leather boots. And I do a few ritual murders, but nothing to write home about. Just 8 times a year during the Black Sabbaths. Drinking blood's been great for my acne.
Gail, stop it, please.
You're just like the rest of them.
The rest of who?
Doesn't it say something in 1 Corinthians 13 about always assuming the best about people, or was I tripping when I read that?
Gail, I did believe you earlier today, and it made me really happy. I just wanted to hear it again. I'm glad to know that you've got more sense than some people.
So what's with the Niagara Falls bit?
Nothing. Nothing.
I gotta get my beauty sleep. Next time, they can stick your oxygen line wherever they please.
It's great to be back. I missed your cooking.
That's sweet.
You really wear that thing all the time, even to bed?
You'll find out. Maybe.
You're not a cue ball, though. I've seen some sideburns peeking out.
Yes, if you must know, my system was resistant to the drugs. I have a little hair in back and on the sides. Like a combination of mange and male pattern baldness. Are you satisfied?
So, couldn't you just wear a fedora or something?
Like Morris Gibb.
Who's Morris Gibb?
He's dead.
So the treatment kills some of your good cells as well as your cancer cells?
Yeah. They say I'll bounce back soon, though. In fact, I'm feeling pretty good today. I was thinking about trying your concert tonight.
You mean go to it?
Sing in it.
I don't know.
Daddy, let her do it.
What, this is a democracy now?
Your voice is like, okay, but Raylene? Don't sacrifice the fans' goodwill for no reason. Daddy.
She ain't that good. Not no more.
But they still pay to hear her. When they come, they bring along their memories of how she used to sound, and that's what they hear. They can't do that with you, because you were never that good.
You're cruising.
Daddy, when you book a gig and people know in advance that Raylene's not going to be in the show, you only pull 60% of your normal gate. I hate it every time she's on stage with you, but you got to keep her in the act as long as possible. Otherwise, your ticket sales will be in the toilet. We'll eat beans every day. You'll cancel my allowance. And when I run out of black lipstick, I'll have to just suck on a charcoal briquette. Marrying her was good business. Stick with the plan.
Just can't say goodbye.
All takes time.
In a hurry, run, give love. Tear us apart, you can't get away.
When you walk away, remember what I'm saying. I know your heart is empty. There's nothing I can say or do to make you love me. Let's end this heartache friendly. Childish games are something I won't play with you. I want you to know I understand that tomorrow you will never change the way you feel. You tell me you tried to love me. I believed what you say. You tell me it's not my fault. And time revealed the truth in your eyes. This goodbye is forever.
That was fun, but I am wiped.
Honey, there were two things on the Minneapolis-St. Paul leg of the tour that I haven't told you about. The first thing, actually it's the second one, but I'm telling it first, is I was at the 3 p.m. Ringling Brothers show that day.
So you said you were at the 1 p.m.
I was, but the show was good, there were seats available, and I wanted to relax and clear my head about the other thing, so I paid to stay for an extra performance, ringside seat.
Oh, that means you saw that girl fall.
Yeah, maybe 50 feet away from me. First Ringling death in over 10 years, and I was there. So much for relaxing.
Oh, Ray, how awful.
It's no worse for me than anybody else. All those little kids. They brought out the crying on the inside clowns while the hazmat team wiped up the blood. We do a lot of dangerous things in showbiz. It made me think.
Not as dangerous as being in the circus.
Sometimes I think it is a circus.
So what was that other thing you wanted to clear your head about?
Well, the night before...
That's him. Good luck with that. Hi,
Hi, yourself.
Loretta. Saw your show tonight. I'm waiting 3 years for you to bring your act here.
Thanks.
You're a good singer.
My wife's a better one.
I'm not here to talk about your wife.
No, you didn't!
I'm not here to talk about your wife.
Really, you could be my daughter.
Not. to make this really clear. I have an appointment right now, but I'll be home around midnight. I think you should stop over. Wear your wig. Only your wig.
Going too fast for you?
Why are you doing this?
Why are you?
Touché.
It's in my blood.
What?
My mama was a plaster caster. Daddy didn't even know he got her pregnant. We don't give out his name, but he had some top 10 hits. Just following orders, you know? That's showbiz. Enough talk. You really know how to make a girl feel like last week's garbage.
Nothing personal.
You're right. Why are you here anyway? Why are you acting like this is your first time or something?
I'm not acting.
Note on the pillow?
I'm not up on the etiquette.
Had a nice time, Ray.
Yeah.
Didn't you? Was it better than home fries?
Well, since there's the newness and the forbiddenness, it's not really a fair comparison, is it? Red, I'm gonna pay you a compliment. This is probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. But if I was gonna do it, you're a very nice person to do it with.
That's a compliment?
Take it or leave it.
You still have your wig on.
Just following orders.
How about one for the road?
How about not?
Look, I'm sorry if I hurt you somehow.
I hurt myself. You were just there. I'll never forget you, unfortunately.
Take care, Ray.
Why?
Loneliness.
Oh, that's just great. You ain't seen nothing yet, Buster.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
You don't need to do this. Let me do it for you. I don't want you keeling over on me. Just relax.
Relax? So that's why your phone was off?
Yes. I started to call home. Wanted to hear your voice. Or Gail's. I knew that'd give me the guts to walk away. But I didn't finish the call.
Did you tell Gail?
Everything. Gail, I'm sorry. I'd have been unworthy to help you out with... You know. Yeah. I hope when you hit a rough spot, you're stronger than I was.
I never know quite what to think of you.
You can't be any more disgusted with me than I am with myself.
Why did you tell Gail before you told me?
Her I could do over the phone. You, I had to do face to face. Actually, neither of us should be packing this suitcase. Aren't I the one who's supposed to move out? Especially since you're sick?
This place is full of our memories. To get away from you, I have to get away from here. I'll have the nursing service send my helpers to my new place.
Where?
I don't know! And if I did, I wouldn't tell you! You could be the mushroom for a change. Brunette? Redhead?
Blonde.
Oh, of course. Cup size?
Mediocre.
Young?
30-something.
Pretty?
Passable. More than passable.
Smart?
Don't do this!
I want to know.
We didn't talk much.
Odd the fact.
She was blonde, okay?
Well, no brains, no headache. Why didn't you get groupies out of your system while you were still single?
First time, I swear.
Couldn't you at least wait until my toes were curled up? Why, Ray?
In the Mall of America on Saturday morning, there's 11 million people out power walking. But I was all alone.
Join the club.
Sometimes somebody recognizes me, but nobody cares about the real me. It's my public image they're hooked on.
Do you think it's any better back here? It's horribly lonely when you're gone. And it's not much better when you're here because you don't talk to me.
You're a little cold lately.
Why shouldn't I be? You've buried me. Not everybody thinks I'm cold.
What did you say?
Loneliness is a two-way street. I've spent some time with someone else. Ow.
Did he nail you or just take you to dinner?
Something in between. I love you, Ray. I bent, but I didn't break. Well, I guess I have 2 reasons to move out.
Times I've gone out of my way. On my end, the candle
I'll never do it again. And I'll try to... No, I will treat you like I should.
I don't want to chance it, to lose what I've already gained.
I forgive you.
Is this the end? Is this the end? Make up your mind. Are you gonna stop loving me? Maybe I'll be here tomorrow. Maybe I'll leave in the night. You filled up my heart with sorrow, but asked me to stay, and I might. Maybe I might. Maybe I might. Maybe I might. Maybe I
Nice job.
I like to scrapbook. It's relaxing.
I never knew scrapbook was a verb till you came around.
I hope the grandchildren I never see will appreciate these.
I didn't know you were pregnant.
I'm not.
Then keep your nose out of my business.
What? You're saying your children won't be my grandchildren? I've got 2 months. Ray's decent most of the time, but you won't let me have a minute of happiness. What kind of a Christian are you?
A majorly screwed up one.
What do you believe in? Anything?
I believe every word in the Bible is true, thank you very much. My mom put that in my heart and nobody's gonna take it out.
Did you go to that church on 7th Street? I bet you're the only one there who believes that.
Being a little judgmental, are we?
I've heard your pastor on the radio denying inspiration, denying miracles, denying the resurrection.
You have no idea how many people in our congregation have been wounded by the other kind of church and decided, any port in a storm.
No, I guess I don't.
Jesus is my Lord and Savior, okay? But some of his ministers can take a long walk off a short pier, bob for apples twice and come up once. If I have to choose between including everyone and excluding everyone, I'm gonna choose inclusion, lesser of two evils. And in case you haven't noticed, it's the liberals, not the Bible thumpers, who are out there volunteering their time at hospitals and nursing homes and stuff.
Makes sense. Social gospel.
I prefer social to antisocial.
Gail, did something bad happen to you?
Far back as I can remember, my mom took me to a fundamentalist church. They were like my family. I never knew their love was conditioned on me performing right. Dress like this. Don't listen to that music. Go here. Don't go there. Know what I mean?
Unfortunately, yes.
When my mom died, my dad sent me to live with my aunt and uncle for 2 months while he sorted things out. I guess he never called the church to let them know I wouldn't be there. Hey, it wasn't my job. I was only 12. When I came back to church, they treated me like a leper. They'd started a rumor that I was pregnant and on drugs. I bet you they wouldn't have peed on me if I was on fire. Any other time, sure, no problem.
Gail, I am so sorry. But I know if you looked around, you could find something better, where you can agree with what they say and with what they do.
Save your breath. I'm happy with the Bleeding Hearts and the Goths.
Sing from a wheelchair? You aren't gonna be able to breathe right.
Ray, don't be a party pooper. I feel pretty good today. Let me take a shot. Might be my swan song.
It could speed up, hasten. It might make your sickness worse.
They tell me I have a month. What have I got to lose?
You can search everywhere, over land, sea and air, but you'll never find another love like mine.
So, the Ditsos have the day off. So how's this supposed to work again?
This guy owns the frontage all around this lake, so if we want to fish there, we gotta rent one of his boats for the day.
I thought you said the fishing was good here.
I figure since nobody ever took any out, there must be plenty left.
We better stop. We're gonna swamp the boat.
Okay, but how are we ever gonna find this spot again?
I'll take care of it.
Okay. By the way, how are we going to find that spot again?
Oh, while we were out there, I marked an X in the bottom of the boat.
You dummy! How do you know we'll get the same boat next time? It's been a few years since I sang this song, but I respect this man whom we recently lost. He was a maverick, but he was true to what he believed in. Stop the music. Stop, please. I'm sorry, folks. I've got an emergency. Raylene, you're soloing. See you later.
For how long?
I don't know.
There were moments in my life when I was wondering, when's it my turn? I've made mistakes in my life, unlucky in love, when will I learn? It wasn't long ago, I can't believe it. I refuse to see there's no one else to blame but me. I decided to let go of what the past controlled and live my destiny, my destiny. Sometimes heartache opens a new door.
Hi, sweetie.
Daddy, what's up?
I have to talk to you. Can you turn that god-awful music down?
I don't think the band would like to hear you say that. They might slash your tires. Or your face.
It's live?
No, I'm kidding. It's recorded. But I'm at a club. Hold on.
When I met you, you turned my life around. I can see that you're my destiny. I believe that one defining
You're at that club in Cherryvale, huh?
opened up the doors and set me free.
Okay, Daddy. I'm good.
Gail, I really need your help and your forgiveness.
Daddy, did you do that again?
Huh? No. But if it's not that, it's going to be something else, because I'm really not as in control as I like to think I am.
You're confusing me.
I'm sorry. First things first. Sweetie, I do understand
Understand what?
what you're trying to accomplish with the goth thing.
Daddy, why now?
An old friend of mine, Johnny C., showed me, posthumously, in a song. He dressed in black to represent the poor, the sick, the lonely, the hungry, the old. You know, he might have been the original goth.
Daddy, do you lie awake at night trying to think up new ways to confuse people?
I'm sorry, Gail. I get it. You're trying to expose injustice and selfishness. Identify with people's sufferings. Share their sufferings.
I have told you that many times.
Yeah, but I wasn't listening until now. Please forgive me for not listening, for not understanding.
Yes, Daddy, of course.
I believe that one defining moment opened up the doors and set me free.
And then I've got another major thing to ask of you.
Let me catch you up to speed first. I'm thinking of quitting the movement. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Funny thing, neither was the 60s counterculture. Lots of hypocrisy and self-serving. ODs, VDs.
Anything with people in it has problems, huh? I guess we did some good, though. Kids at school are scared of us.
That's good.
Kids are afraid to mistreat each other. If they do, we'll corner them and beat them up.
I see.
It just gets so depressing sometimes. One of my best friends committed suicide last week.
Rhonda?
Yeah. I was reading in Proverbs 8:36 last night about how everyone who hates wisdom loves death. I don't exactly love death, but I'm obsessed with it. Joining the movement was an effect, not a cause, okay? If I want to change, I have to change my surroundings too.
Follow your heart. I believe in you. Sweetie, what I need is... I'm sick of not being what I should be. Not loving Raylene like I need to. I want to know Jesus like you guys do. I want you to pray with me.
Oh, Lord, Daddy, I'm the worst Christian in the whole world. I've been horrid to you and Mom.
Plus, you never clean your room. You said Mom.
Raylene, why didn't you ask her instead of me?
So I walked out of a concert and she's holding down the fort.
Can't it wait?
Gail, I feel it right now and I need to respond to it now, not tomorrow. So you got failures, big deal. We've all got failures. But if you believe, you can help me believe, can't you?
Yes, Daddy, yes. Okay, here we go.
Crazy when loneliness surrounds. You pulled me through when no one else tried to. I just wanted to share these special words with you. You've always been there when I'm feeling down. If that's what friends are for, I'm glad you're around. Friends are forever, just you and me. Someone to care for, longing to see. Thanks for your love when no one else believed. Friends are forever, just you and me.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you.
Sure, Daddy. Anytime. Except there won't be any other time.
Because this only happens once.
Right.
So, does this mean I have to pay tithes to you?
I'll settle for a pass on cleaning my room.
I need to get back. I'll see you later.
Sure, Daddy. Tell Ray... Tell Mom hi for me. And I'm going to try to make things better.
Gail, you've been following my lead, haven't you? And I led you astray.
I had my eyes open. It wasn't all your fault.
I think when we all get home tonight after I give her the good news, you and I will both have to fess up to her.
Yeah, we will.
Bye, sweetie.
Longing to see. Thanks for your love when no one else believed. Friends are forever, just you and me.
Are you okay?
Never better.
Yeah, I'm just, that's fine.
Folks, I'm sorry about bugging out. Don't worry, you'll still get the full show, just a little out of sequence. And after the show's over, anybody who wants to stay behind, purely optional on your part, I'll explain what this was all about. Now, let's get back to some music. How about another solo, honey? Take it.
You and I, there's only you and I. Together we have lived our lives as one heart. Let me tell you, my special love, one lifetime is not enough. You're everything that love's about. I need you. Do you believe in you? And I have taken and given to touch the sky. There are no limits. Sowing our seeds happily after. Sun and the moon kiss us with laughter. You and I, you and I. Together, our dreams will last forever. Like fairy tales, your magic made, sent to me. With you, I can't replace my love. Through the years you gave to us, memories of innocence. I need you. Do you believe in you? And I have taken and given to touch the sky. There are no limits. Sowing our seeds.
I'm sorry you won't be there for my wedding.
I'll be there, even if you can't see me.
I really wish. Hey, what if we change plans, simplify everything, and we could set an earlier date?
No. This is your day. Did you think I would look forward to showing up and shutting up and wearing beige?
Yes.
You're right. It's okay though. How did the alterations go?
Great. I think it'll be neat for your grandchildren To know that their mom and their grandma wore the same wedding dress.
You told me how you feel. Love unspoken, deep inside me, held silent in my heart. I can see that you're all I'll ever need when you sing me sweet melodies. Songbird, sing me a love song. In my heart, there's no one else but you. My sweet songbird, sing me a love song. No one else can love me like you do.
Sometimes when I feel down on my line, the world is on my shoulders, and in a heartbeat I can count on you to tell me that you love me. One time when I was feeling lonely, you washed away my doubts, cleansed my soul. Songbird, sing me a love song. In my heart, there's no one else but you. My sweet songbird, sing me a love song. No one else can love me like you do.
This has been the happiest month of my life, Ray.
I hope so, but why couldn't I have shaped up while you had more time left? You're so sweet, and I never really knew you until now. 4 years dumped down the drain.
Don't stress, okay? No regrets. So let's just enjoy what we have.
All right, all right.
Not long now, Ray. Maybe 10 minutes.
And how about removing the mask? I want to hear your voice one more time.
That might not be good care. I mean, she may not be able to talk.
But if we don't pull it, we'll never know, will we? What's going to happen in 10 minutes?
All right.
She's throwing some PVCs near to VFib. It could be artifact. It might clear up if we lay her down flat.
Again, does that matter at this point?
No, Ray. It doesn't really. Sorry. It's just that we're trained to fight off death. It's not always easy to transition to surrender mode.
Honey, can you talk? How are you?
Tomorrow will be better. I'll be waiting for you.
I'll be there. Someday.
and say goodbye for as long as you like, Ray. When you're done, I'll take care of everything.
Do we have to have a coroner in or something?
I'm a deputy coroner. I can sign. I'll just need her social security card and her driver's license.
Why your license?
It's the rules. Look at it this way. She doesn't need it any longer. She can go wherever she wants. She's over the rainbow.
So that's what you look like without your wig on.
Hi. It's, Loretta, right?
A little hurt, Ray.
I'm sorry. I know a lot of people.
Well, you know some people and some people you know. Saw your show last night. It's really different than last year.
I have a different life.
Oh yeah, you're a widower now.
It's not what I meant.
Well, I could use one for the road.
Then talk to one of my roadies.
Really? You're not interested?
Loretta, the only reason I would spend time with you is to share with you how wonderful Jesus has been to me.
Oh my God. It's true. What they say?
I suppose.
Well, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, what the heck? Why not?
Public place only. You hungry?
Yeah. Thank you. But Ray, everything's planned out for me.
How's that?
Did you see that movie, The Doors?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Morrison was a little kid and he has his destiny set for him?
You mean because he picked up a familiar spirit or something off a dead Indian?
You should say Native American.
And you should watch better movies.
Yeah, my grandma was a groupie. And my mom did the groupie thing, and so do I, and it's kind of locked in.
Loretta, none of that matters. The Bible says if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things are passed away, all things are become new.
When they say man, do they mean woman too?
Of course.
I don't know about that. Keep going.
No problem.
Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother? And I.
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife.
Hello.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, sweetie. Get where you were going all right?
Yes, fine.
Gonna tell me where it is?
It's a secret.
Now that's real fair. I'm springing for it, but I can't know where it is.
I don't make the rules.
So what's up?
Well, there's this boy in my room trying to get fresh with me.
Put him on the line.
Hello, Mr. Ross.
So it's you, Nick. I always had this feeling about you. All that politeness was just a facade, huh?
Gail says I have to ask you first.
Now you listen up, young man, and listen good. God gave you a gift today. You don't know whether you'll have her for 60 years or 60 minutes. So don't ever pass up a chance to get closer to her.
I understand. So, is that a yes?
Of course that's a yes, you blockhead. You can tell that smart aleck daughter of mine that this hotline is closed. Permanently.
Yes, sir.
My love to both of you.
I'll tell her. Good night, sir.
Good night.
But you'll never find another love like mine.
I still miss her. I know that you do too. At least when she was here, you didn't have to put up for the whole night of my voice. As my daughter would say. Speaking of which, that's my daughter Gail there in the front row with her new husband Nick. Yeah, life goes on.
In his backyard, our children play with guns. Teach them how to hate, changes everyone. In his backyard, only love can mend a heart. If we look the other way, we forget who we are. In his backyard.
Over above the clouds, the eye of his spirit dwells, watching men walk on the moon, buying some time for Planet Blue. How far have we come?
In his backyard.
Violence has raged in the valley. Do you hear the cries of pain? Brothers kill brothers, hating each other. No reasons, no love without shame. In his backyard, he sees what we've done. From bad to worse, the world is on the run. In his backyard, our children play with guns. Teach them how to hate, changes everyone. In his backyard, only love can mend a heart. If we look the other way, we forget who we are. In his backyard, teach them how to hate, changes everyone. In his backyard, only love can mend a heart. If we look the other way, we forget who we are. In his backyard.
Thank you. And thank you, Pastor Wilson, for having me do this today. You know, I really don't deserve to be up here after holding out on Jesus all those years. But then again, none of us deserves anything. Whatever we do have is by God's grace.
Oh, thank you, Brother Ross. You're right. And now, We'll move on to page 232.
Sorry, sister, I should have told you. Brother Ross has one more number. One that I requested.
Okay.
I know that quite a few of you don't like the idea of Brother Ross performing his music here. Many of you are even jealous of his celebrity. You think that just because you supposedly behaved your entire life, you have more honor than he does. You're like the elder brother to the prodigal son. Well, let me tell you something. Even though we all terribly miss Raylene, the good points of the past year far outweigh the bad ones. Ray is free. Free to live life. And Gail is loosed from bitterness. For that, we should all rejoice.
Amen.
I've never quite understood why Bible-believing folk feel the need to be combative and mean. Oh, I know preachers who want a strong church, either my way or the highway, but like the squirrel said to the porcupine, you've got many good points, but you're hard to fellowship. You want to know how to make a strong church? You find a hurt, and then you heal it.
Ditto to everything Pastor said, even though I'm not a preacher.
No, don't be so sure, Brother Ross.
Pastor requested that I do this next song. I wrote it from the standpoint of a minister who's had to deal with hardship. The title is from 1 Thessalonians 2:19 and 20, where Paul says that the people he ministered to were his glory and joy. Even though he was beaten, tortured, and imprisoned for preaching to them in the first place, and even though some of them acted like deadheads or jerks, just like I and some of my family and some of you have acted, not yielding your lives to God, holding on to old wrongs, mistreating other people. 6 years ago, when I found out how some believers had hurt my daughter, I was really mad. And I used that as an excuse to avoid coming to Jesus myself. Not that it was his fault, but hey, my prior excuses weren't in and I needed a new one, you know? So like I said, I don't deserve to sing this. I'm just a jerk. But I'm playing the role of someone who has to minister to and meet the needs of the jerks. I hope the song blesses you.
You were our glory and joy, a little church where I preached the word of God. You were our glory and joy, a people who had hearts to serve the Lord. Oh, how happy those days, our troubles lost in his praise, walked in his ways. Yes, you were our glory and joy. Other things soon entered in, the happiness and unity decayed. People were turned back to sin. The souls that Jesus died for were dismayed. Instead of peace there was pain. Only confusion did reign. But in all the strain, well, you still were our glory and joy. I had to tell you some things that were hard. Duty to God I could not disregard. Some of you listened, and some of you turned before. We've gained the wisdom learned in those hard times. Jesus has opened the door. No one can shut it. Upward now we climb. We'll soon see him at the gate. But now we work while we wait. And on that date, he'll still be our glory and joy.
Maybe I'll be here tomorrow. Maybe I'll leave in the night. You filled up my heart with sorrow, but asked me to stay and I might. Don't leave me here knowing the path that you're willing to take. I'm learning from you and growing. But what if I make a mistake? I don't want to chance it, to lose what I've already gained. Is this the end?